Actually, I don't think it's going to be such a bad thing.
Well, after hearing from the coach, he said they believe they built a team now that has that mental toughness. This is the second year in a row we've got here, right? They believe they have other coaches on the team that can take those two gentlemen's place.
Yeah.
And we're now a team that has the grit and the toughness. But the key is, as me and you have said, we got to quit talking
Yeah,
and get the job.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing else.
I don't know if there's anything we need to get in the draft other than we had a lot of injuries.
We did.
Unfortunately, I think we had more injuries than any team in the NFL. And it feels real strange on Tuesday morning. We still talking about our favorite team, the Detroit Lions.
I don't want to swallow it. I mean, I don't. But in order to move on, you have to.
Well, I'm gonna share with you what I shared with my wife Sunday morning. I asked my wife, that was a nightmare last night, and the game is gonna be coming on today, correct? And how were you feeling the next morning?
I went to church and told them, I can't lie, church. I said, I'm not in good spirits. I said, because you all got a TV like I know you do, like I do. Y'all saw what happened to the Lions yesterday. Listen, I need a word.
And the same thing with me. We went to church Sunday, and the minister let you know how the Lions affected all of us, right? The minister said, well, I know how you feeling, but here's what we got to think about. When most teams lose, they look and see what they need and who they're going to pick. Some of them need a running back, some of them need some defense. And the minister said, nope, the Lions need repentance. They need to realize they messed up so they can straighten up.
So this is what been the talk of the town, or the topic that everyone been talking about. Goff. Is he the guy or not? Because they said that's why they got rid of him out of LA. He can't get it done on a big stage. I mean, regular season he was phenomenal. I think he had a game that he didn't even throw a incomplete pass.
Right. Yeah, he had one game he was perfect. Then he had a series of games there was no interceptions. But remember, he also had a game where he had 5 interceptions. But the tough, gritty Lions, we still won.
But the further you go, like the tougher it gets. And so if that's the case, I think you have to get tougher too, mentally, for preparation wise, and on your game. You can't expect to play a team that goes to the NFC Championship and have a game like that. Analytics shows, and basketball particularly, and football, the team that has the most turnovers are least likely to win.
Right.
and we turned the ball over.
Something that we were not accustomed to doing, other than one game when he threw the 5. But we still were lucky and we won. When you get in the playoffs, you got to play every down like it's your last down.
He is an experienced veteran quarterback with a plethora of weapons, okay? That's not saying he's mistake-free. Can't make an error pass. But if you look at the quarterbacks that have advanced, that are playing for the championships, tell me, how did they play the game before to get there?
They played like you said, most of them or all of them did not turn the ball over like Goff did.
No pick sixes.
And I don't want to beat Goff up. We all like Goff. But that was always a concern. We had the best running game, the best wide receiver. We got sure hands, St. Brown. And we had Gibbs, who was running all over Washington. Why they didn't continue to run the game, I don't know. But that's why they played the game. And we're going to stick in there for next year. All the talk goes away.
You know how long we've been saying that shit?
I think they said since 1950 something.
1958. We'll get them next year.
Well, and for all those haters out there, Lions fans, hold on.
Yeah, well, I ain't no bandwagon jumper. I'm still riding for the Lions. I'm still gonna go rock my Lions flip flops and socks on game day. That's my little ritual. Every time they play, I still got my Lions chain. I got so many Lion hats. Hey, and I ain't trading them in. I ain't selling them. I ain't giving them away. None of that. But when I take a realistic, logical look at things, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Because when I look at the landscape of the NFL now, the teams that win the Super Bowl all have mobile quarterbacks.
Okay. Now that has been a discussion.
We don't have that.
That has been a discussion about golf, that he's not mobile. Most of us choose to say, but he can't throw the ball, and we do have a running backs that can run the ball. Let him keep throwing the ball.
Yeah, as long as you ain't throwing it to the other team.
So, we hanging in there for next year, and here we come. But one thing I want to tell you, and for all of us Lion fans, we took a step back this year. We did not go to the NFC championship round. We did not go. I know our record said 15, but once you get in the playoffs, it's one game knockout. Mm-hmm. My wife asked me, so okay, we got 15 wins and the other team only got 11. If they beat us, don't we play them again? No. That game's over, and we got to wait till next year.
Now, I don't think we took a step back. I don't think we took a step up, because you have to still consider the accomplishments we have made this year and the strides we took this year. Best record in franchise history. That has never happened.
Sure.
Back-to-back NFC North champions. Never happened.
Right.
Highest scoring offense in the NFL. Never happened.
Right.
At one point, predicted to win a Super Bowl for a stretch during the course of the season. Has never happened.
We were favored to win the Super Bowl.
On the cover of Sports Illustrated. So I'm not going to say we took a step back, but I'm going to say we definitely didn't take a step up.
Well, I want us all to be honest about what the Lions did achieve. Last year, the Lions played in the NFC championship game. Mm-hmm. If we'd have won, we'd have played in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
This year, we did not get to that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at this as this year that just passed was a step back. I did see some improvement, but we did not get to the NFC championship game.
We definitely didn't get there.
Which would lead to where we want to go, to the Super Bowl.
Essentially, that's where we wanted to go anyway, the Super Bowl. So if we would have went back to the NFC Championship game and wouldn't have made it past the NFC Championship game, then what would you call the season still? What would have been in your eyes? What would have been? Yeah,
failure.
Okay.
Reason being, I'm thinking if we get back there, you learn from last year. So therefore, you could learn from last year and go ahead and win and get us into the Super Bowl. Because I'm one of them fans. I really want to get to the Super Bowl. And I want to be one of those fans that say, not just get to the Super Bowl, I want to win the Super Bowl. The Lions got a couple more steps they got to make. But we hang in there. Hang in there. We've waited over 50-something years or 60 years.
We got more than a couple more steps that we got to make. And I love my Lions, and that's just the bottom line.
What are the steps we got to do?
I'm not sure. I am not fully sure if golf is the answer.
So you saying the quarterback that set all these passing records?
What passing records did he set?
Good response there, my friend. I think we were so happy we thought he set the record, right?
Yeah.
And he played so well, but you're absolutely right, he did not. But we had a very good year, led by him.
Absolutely, and he is a good game manager. Okay, give him the weapons. He's smart. He has a high IQ, but I don't know, does he have what it takes to get us a Super Bowl trophy? I just don't know. And obviously, I'm not the only one who thinks that, because the Rams traded everything to replace him.
And what did the Rams get?
A Super Bowl.
And what quarterback they get?
Our old quarterback.
The former quarterback for the Detroit Lions traded him to the Rams, and they won that very same year.
As soon as he got
So there's some speculation that golf can't get us to the big one.
Well, he can't win it, because he got them to the big one. He can't win it though.
All right, for those Lion fans out there, we need to tell you this. We are not trading golf.
Good to see you.
He's a very good quarterback. None are perfect. And we're going to stick with golf. And we're going to be in the Super Bowl next year.
All right, and so you have heard it first from the prophet, Prophet Stone, because I'm not that prophetic. So I am not going to sit here and claim that that golf is going to lead us there. I'm not going to say we're going to get there, but if we get there, it's not going to be because of golf. And I'm still not too sure that golf is the answer. I like him. I think that he has done some great things for us. I'm not against golf. I'm just not sold on golf.
So what do you think the Lions need then?
Once again, I try to be clear as possible. If you look at the last Super Bowl champion and the teams that are currently going to got the possibility to compete and play for the Super Bowl, they have mobile quarterbacks. Golf is not a mobile quarterback. So unless we figure this thing out and just gonna get a ball to Gibbs and Montgomery every time, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Well, that's why we
to win with golf at quarterback.
But that's why we're here in Detroit. We got grit, and we're gonna make it work.
And we're gonna say what we've been saying since 1958, right?
But we're saying it now with more compassion than we did back in 1950s.
I guess why. Another reason why I'm so just dejected and hurt. I haven't seen my city that fired up in so long.
Yes.
I mean, it was amazing everywhere.
Yes. Had the whole city, the whole state. Matter of fact, I went on vacation in California. I wore my Detroit Lions gear, and everybody was just loving us. What were they gonna say now? The ones that lost the big one, the ones that choked.
That's what they gonna say when they see us at the airport or on a resort or what. What happened?
Are they gonna say, get rid of golf or get a ball to Gibbs?
I think that's an easy question. I mean, yeah, they gonna ask one of those two, but it's give it to Gibbs. So what pro level is different. So you can change your roster, you can trade and you can cut and you can pick up. It's different in amateur sports. In college and high school, you got to just play with who you have. So, but I think for us to win as we get further along in the playoff, we have to just take less pressure off golf. If he's gonna be our guy, we can't rely on him. We got to take pressure off of him.
So this is when your coach experience comes out, huh? You got to assess what we have, my coach.
You got to.
Okay.
You got to because you have to use what you have as effectively as possible to get the result that you desire to get.
Now I'm gonna tell you something that I never put much attention on when it was mentioned after they lost. They probably need to get a better training facility because we had more injuries than any team in the NFL. Playing the physical game of football, we got to make sure we have a training staff that keep our guys healthier, maybe change their diets, whatever it is. We got to make sure they're healthy for next year.
I agree. You know, physical is football is the most physical sport, and so injuries gonna come with that. I think that the way we play, I think that may caught up to us because we are a very physical team, and so it's the same way with how we prepare and how we practice. And the body can only take so much. And we got to remember, too, you said we went to the NFC Championship last year, which we did. One of the top defensive linemen in the whole NFL that played for us, the Detroit Lions, he wasn't playing. He was out.
Injury.
Yeah, and so he in the mix. So now it really showed that not only how valuable he was, but how crucial losing him was to us eventually making to where we want to get to. Because we was good enough to still get the number one seed. We was good enough to still win 15 games. We was still good enough to host a divisional playoff game, but we weren't good enough to get it done without Hutch.
Because we needed some defense, and you're absolutely right.
It was no pressure. He stood back. He did what he wanted to do.
Right.
He did what he wanted to do. They weren't double teaming nobody or nothing. Hutch in there's a whole different ball game. Because now I'm the quarterback. I'm trying to figure out where he is so I get this ball
There you go.
before he get on top of me.
And if you notice the game, I don't know if they touched Daniels at all.
I think
There was never a rush, and this young fella showed us how to complete a fourth down.
Listen, I don't know if he a rookie. I don't know if he been here before or something. He just so calm and collected that he just sitting on the bench. He just calm and collected. He ain't even looking at the doggone tablet. You know how they get it?
Right.
He wasn't even looking at the tablet.
And like you said, as they have said about him, and I've watched him quite a few games, he seems to be very mature to be a rookie. He's very calm under very stringent situations. When they played Chicago Bears, at that time, Caleb Williams was the #1 quarterback pick. Daniel was #2. And I think Daniel in his competitive spirit said, I'm going to win this game. And that's the way he played the Lions. Right now, I feel, I don't know how I feel. Right now, I like the young quarterback. And I really like his future.
He definitely has a bright future. I mean, you don't win a Heisman Trophy just because of how you look.
I got one for you, Coach. Since you say we need a mobile quarterback, would you trade our quarterback for Daniels?
Yesterday.
Oh, you've heard it first here. You give up. I bet your quarterback for this rookie.
You asked me a question, and I responded with my answer because we have enough veterans on our team and on the offensive side of the ball that the rookie can be successful. Case in point, how you see him being successful right now in Washington.
Because he beat Minnesota, who we had to play to have the #1 seed. And you see what happened to them. They had to go on the road and they lost. And then beat us. So it looked like Washington feel they can beat anybody.
Yeah, and that's how they playing. And he's playing out of his mind. I mean, Daniels is playing out of his mind. And so his future looks really bright.
As this debate continues, go Lions next year.